Big hedge funds face 72-hour deadline to report major losses. Now, this is according to Bloomberg, but it's very important to pay attention to and how they write this. They say big hedge funds, so therefore not small hedge funds, have a 3-day deadline, so the time is already running out to report major losses. So not any of this is going to be reported in a positive manner, and it's also not going to be light, right? They're major losses and they're major hedge funds. On top of that, May 2nd, 2023, SEC's Gensler warns tremors in hedge fund sector could threaten the U.S. economy. What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Are we on the verge of seeing some major margin calls and dominoes to hit the fan? You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below once this video is up. Also, if you find value out of the video or just want to help me out, hit the like button, engage the algorithm, and drop a comment down below. Also, guys, join us on this journey to financial freedom and hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. So hedge funds are not doing well, and we have less than 3 days for them to report major losses, as well as Gary Gensler warning that the hedge fund sector could really threaten the U.S. economy. Not stating exactly which way, but it could definitely have to do with the AMC squeeze. The initiative, which is set to begin later this year, brings next generation laser technology from the leader in laser cinema. That is right, guys, AMC, to bring laser prime at all AMC locations throughout the United States. And this is strictly business. This is not FUD, and it really doesn't mean anything for us to pay attention to. It has nothing to do with how the stock is going to react. It has nothing to do with the fundamentals going forward. But AMC was evicted from a mall in Nebraska. In case you guys care, the new owners refused to give AMC new lease, and AMC refused to voluntarily give up the location. So the case went to court, and AMC ended up losing. This just got closed May 1st. Again, absolutely no biggie. Just figured I would bring it to your attention in case some of you care. Now, Ryan Cohen may have just bid for Bed Bath & Beyond. GameStop elitists, shills, and fake apes have been obliterated with today's court documents that reveal Ryan Cohen is in fact the daddy that wants Bed Bath & Beyond, baby. On top of that, you guys let me know if you own any Bed Bath & Beyond, because this just got switched to the over-the-counter markets to ticker symbol BBBYQ. Be very careful in the OTC markets, but definitely keep an eye, because a lot of stuff happens in the OTC markets that does not happen on a regular market. Example, major squeezes, as well as major corruption, even worse than we already see, so just keep that in mind as well. Now, a $1 trillion platinum coin could save the US from economic catastrophe in less than a month. It would be fast, legal, and no bigger than a regular coin. What the hell is happening is the US is basically trying to save themselves with some bullshit scam. They're saying, yo, you know, this is technically legal. No matter how dumb it sounds, no matter how dumb it looks, it's technically legal, and let's just bail ourselves out, because why not? Also, U.S. presidential candidate RFK Jr. has stated that the banking collapse is merely the tip of a much larger economic mega crisis. U.S. paychecks are outpacing inflation. You can see right here on the chart, the real wages are turning positive. And again, guys, we have rate hikes about to come out as I'm making this video. I will probably still be editing the video by the time they come out, and if I am, I will throw it in the video and what I think on it. Now, notable news that just happened. Drone attack on Kremlin, escalation, which we do have a little bit of a video of. It's only 9 seconds. Israel, Gaza attacks, escalation, hedge funds to report losses, which we went over. IEP continues to fall, down 17% currently, and the rate hike decision is about to come out. Now, Mullen has been making serious moves, ticker symbol MULN. We know this stock is obliterated by short sellers, and a lot of corrupt stuff happens behind the scenes, as well as retail owning this stock, but they did just sign a $10 billion contract with Saudi Arabia. Now, touching on the AMC Ortex numbers, before we get into the chart and what is going to happen going forward, especially how the SPY is going to affect this, real quick, guys, if you want up to 15 free stocks, use my link, sign up for Moomoo, and make a deposit so you guys can get 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, for literally doing nothing. Also, guys, pop in the Discord. That link is under the video as well, where we talk stocks, post gains, post losses, and have options trading alerts in there. AMC reporting 25.83% short interest. Utilization is, of course, still maxed out on Ortex. Cost to borrow average sitting at 333% for an average and 358% for a max. As for APE, 5.23% short interest. Cost to borrow still sitting right around 10%. Nothing really changes with APE. Stonko Tracker reporting 850,000 shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 177%, and we are winning on the call to put ratio for this week and next week, paying attention to what's expiring in the money currently. But again, we have tomorrow and Friday as well as what is going to happen with these rate hikes, so just keep that in the back of your head. A lot are betting bearish on the expiration of the 19th, and a lot of those puts are in the money right now. However, just as many out of the money or call to put ratio, sitting above 300 300,000. So that options chain is absolutely loaded. Touching on the S&P 500, rate hikes is going to drastically decide where this is going to go. It's also sitting dead center in the Bollinger Band, so it has equal upside as downside. However, it is sitting on this trend line that is a support trend line currently, that it made a support trend line over the past few days, and it is looking for a bounce. However, it is sitting at 411.44, and there is a lot of uncertainty floating around within the market, and if this thing does sell off, I would watch 408, 404, and then 400, so those $4 increments, and if it does explode, I would watch for a break over 420. Today into tomorrow could be the day that this break actually happens for the S&P 500. Overall, I have been stating that I think it is going to fall even further, but I think today will have a drastic impact on that opinion. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. AMC is trading at $5.72, up about 4% on the day, and I think if the SPY runs, this thing is going to fly, especially with how bad short sellers are, and hedge funds are in a bad position as well, about to report major losses. We talked about getting a little bit of a retracement before exploding even higher, and if AMC gets rejected at this level, this is technically going to be a double top. Not the prettiest one, but definitely a little bit of a technical one that short sellers may take an advantage of. Again, we have earnings Friday, which is going to be a major earnings. Now, if I took the bars pattern back here from this red cycle that we have been tracking and tracking it out through the green and the yellow cycle, what's there to see is that this plays out very similar with how we're tracking right now on AMC. And in my opinion, that green cycle where they took the buy button away wasn't supposed to happen. This is exactly what it looks like. Some parts are playing out major inverse, where we find a top in the cycle while AMC finds a bottom, and again AMC finds a bottom and we find a top. What this would show, if it played out inverse, then AMC would continue scaling up, but in my opinion it does look like we are due for a retracement. If we scale into earnings, if we scale up into earnings, I think we're going to have a retracement after. If we retrace before earnings, I think we are going to have that pop up right after. As for GameStop, we're trading at $18.90, up 1.64% on the day. It filled the gap. It's getting a temporary bounce, and we've been tracking what we see back here in gray. But overall, you can see what I'm tracking back here. It had this little temporary pop before this gap down, and I think this is what GameStop is potentially heading for, this temporary gap down back to around $16 a share, even though it's hugging the Bollinger Bands. It's playing out this exact same cycle, and when it does find a bottom, it is going to have a hard bounce to the upside. This is just my short-term outlook on GameStop. Now guys, if you watched both my videos yesterday, you got to keep in mind, aside from the charts, aside from the analysis, agree with it or not, right? What it really comes down to is those major fails to deliver that have been stacking up. The margin calls on the hedge funds, the banks, all of the collapse and how the economy trends, that is going to hurt the other side. So you really have to understand that as these patterns matter in the short term, once that break happens, it's game on. It's game over. It's game on for us. It's game over for them. Just keep that in mind. Overall, guys, hopefully you enjoyed watching the video or found value out of the video. Make sure to hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button. Have post notifications on. That is all. I love you. Lottery Stocks out.